So I would say, in 2015, banks did not want to hear the word Bitcoin. If you would talk to them about blockchains, they would be upset if you said Bitcoin. People would tell you, when you go into the meeting, don't say the word Bitcoin. They don't like it, right?
It was blockchain, not Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. The blockchain, not Bitcoin. And now it's Bitcoin, not blockchain, right? So already back then, it only took a couple of years till every major bank had a blockchain R&D lab, but it was blockchain, not Bitcoin. Now that's faded. They've gone through that phase. Now they're trying to, compete to get to market with Bitcoin offerings, Bitcoin derivatives, Bitcoin structured products, Bitcoin ETFs, Bitcoin savings plans, pensions, all kinds of things. So big companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, in different countries globally. So I think that it's always seemed to progress much faster. The regulatory risks were much smoother than anticipated. Of course, there was friction, but no kind of major ban or outlawing of Bitcoin in any major country. I mean, of course, somebody is always going to ban something, right? Because there are countries that ban Facebook, they ban Twitter, so of course they're going to do something with Bitcoin as well. But generally, it was less friction than we expected, and the friction has reduced a lot in the US, even in the last, the ETF, spot ETF last year. The new US administration has cancelled a number of regulations, improved the regulatory environment, so it's now very open for business, and even moved the overturn window that the US administration is even talking about strategic Bitcoin reserve, initially hold onto the seized assets from criminal cases, and even potentially buy. So I think that just moves the conversation forward. It makes it easier for institutional fund managers, people in pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, endowments, to, even if the individual professionals are personally invested in Bitcoin, it makes it that kind of national and regulatory support, and that they can point to BlackRock, they can point to the sovereign wealth fund in Abu Dhabi, they can use all these references, becomes much easier to introduce Bitcoin as a policy to, put into a mutual fund allocation or into a pension fund, or to recommend for their advisors to recommend to investors.